Hi everyone, this is Mu and my roll number is 1220127. Okay, so the topic I've chosen for the presentation in strategic marketing management is market driven to market driving. It's very critical, this is the one topic that actually caught my attention of all these seven, which actually tells it actually tells the level of innovation of a company from just being some company which is more focused about what the customer wants, which takes a lot of spend to find out on market research and to find out what's there in the customer's mind and then make products dependent on it. But actually, in reality, it's the companies which come out with, transformational ideas which are just out of the box that actually steals the thing and just has tremendous growth in a very short span of time, and that is what we call as market driven driving companies. So if you look at what are these qualities of these market driving companies and what it takes for a company to become a market driving company from a market driven company. Take for instance the product or service to never heard or thought about in frontiers. These are the companies which actually think of products which people would never have imagined in their rarest deal that it would have been possible. And the key to all this is innovation. If you look at last year in America, around 90%, a lot of companies have invested a lot in new product developments, but the survey shows that around 90% of these new product developments is a big failure. And just 10% of this has actually tasted success. It might be in terms of a brand extension or just creating a new product. But what goes wrong? Why is such a large chunk of products which goes such a big failure? The reason is because the marketers or the people who in the product development, they don't tend to catch the pulse of the customers because they never really actually give something that the customer expects or that could be a valuable innovation to them. All these market driven companies end up just being differentiators from what the existing competitors are, but what it requires is a lot of guts and a lot of risk to actually take something that is out of the box and that is truly transformational. If you look at certain segments, like there's totally not been any value addition in these particular segments in the manufacturing, in around housing and clothing, and also in the service sector. If you look at insurance and hospitals, there has not been any kind of transformation in the past decade or so. And what it needs is, if these companies could come up, think multidimensionally and think from different points of view in terms of the customer, the suppliers, and the kind of benefits it's going to give to its customers, it's going to be a tremendous boost to their sales and the world as a whole. If you look at some of the companies which have become market driving companies, which amazing ideas are, one such as that NTT Docomo, which is Japan's largest telecom provider, and also it has a subsidiary with Tata in India. They actually came up with something called as iMode, which was a customer service frontier where they was like totally took out the spot of a customer call center or something, because it was totally a transformational idea. Any part of the telecom industry in any part of the world has not thought about it. Or any time when you think about innovation, this simple product of a Sony's Walkman, who in the world would have thought that it's possible to carry around a Walkman and then listen to songs, and now it's all gone away just with Steve Jobs coming up with iPods and iPads. It just changed the entire way the people look at a kind of the industry as a whole. Like he's just brought in the music industry, the animation industry. He's transformed it just like that. And Zara's Catwalk. The Zara's Catwalk collection has just bridged the gap between being fashionable and also being economical. You can wear fashionable products at the same time at a cost-effective manner. And Southwest Airlines, which is always, it's not there today, but then Southwest Airlines has actually contributed. There was a first low-cost airline which contributed towards bridging the gap between the road travelers and also the air flyers. If not, many of them wouldn't have started flying and all of them would have still relied upon road transport. What kind of idea is that? And from our very own country, you think of Aravind Eye Hospital in Tamil Nadu, the kind of surgeries they do, and also with the same example you can take with Narayana Hrudayalaya in Bangalore. They've actually achieved economies of scale in the healthcare business. And for a country like India, I think that is truly exceptional, where we still have the number of beds required per thousand people is still very, very minimal. And we have a lot of way to go, and companies like this or hospitals like Narayana Hrudayalaya are the way forward. And also price line, where you have to quote your price, the customer quotes his price, and then the suppliers gives orders based on that. uh, yeah, I'd just like to complete by saying, quoting the example of 3M, which is considered the most innovative company in the world, and which actually a part of it, it's a unwritten rule in 3M that 30% of the company's revenue should come from new product developments each and every year. And this is exactly what we call a market driving force, and that is the power of a market leader and a market driver. Thank you.